what Manchester United players are going to be here in 2026? That's in 2 summer windows time. What I'm going to do in this video, I think it's going to be a really interesting one. I'm going to run through every single player in this Manchester United squad and put them in one of 3 lists. Definitely here, maybe here, or no, they're not going to be here. I'm going to take a look at all their contracts when they expire. It's going to be an info-packed video. And I'll be honest, I think we need to do this because INEOS, there's a big old overhaul coming. There really is. Who's going to be part of it? Who can you definitely say is going to be here in 2 years' time? I'll be interested to know what you think in the comments. You can let me know what you think. Now, if you would, please do subscribe to United People's TV. Please do become part of the United People's TV family. I'd love to have you on board, but this is really, really going to be an interesting one. Because I'll be completely honest, I don't think there's many players that I would have on that definite list. So what I'm going to do, as I said, is run through each player by position. There's, I think, 35 players on that list on Manchester United's website. Take a look at their contracts, see what part that might play. And let's start with Bayinde, all right? Bayinde, who still hasn't started for Manchester United in the league. Right, let's have a look at when his contract expires. He only just joined. Contract expires in 2027. Year to extend. Maybe. I mean, he might still be a good goalkeeper. But I can't say with any massive amount of confidence that he's going to be here in 2 years' time. Heaton, I don't think he'll be here. I don't know why he would still be. I mean, I know why he'd still be here, but no, I don't think Tom Heaton will be here. And trust me, see these maybe in these no lists, they're going to get pretty busy. They're going to get pretty busy, which is a real indicator just how much work is needed in the next 2 years with this squad. Now, third on the list is Andre Onana. Now, this is an interesting one, right? We go over here. Onana just signed in the summer. When does his contract expire? He got a big old long contract. His contract doesn't expire until 2028. So we won't be losing him as like a free transfer. That's why we've got that list up there. I'm going to put Onana down on this list here. I'm not going to say Onana's definitely going to be here, all right? I still think he can be a transformative signing. I stand by what I said. I didn't expect United to be facing 100 shots every 5 games. All right? No one did. No one did. We didn't sign him to be that goalkeeper. I can't say with utter confidence that he'll be here in 2026, though. And there really, really are not that many players inside the squad you can do that with. Victor Lindelof. Don't know why I'm humming that song. Victor Lindelof. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he is going to be here in 2 years' time. I'm going to leave enough for 2 columns on the no section. I think we might need it. We go over here, Harry Maguire. I mean, you could technically put Harry Maguire down as a maybe if you wanted to. I don't personally think he'll be here in 2 years. I think Manchester United... Look, I've never said that... I mean, I probably have actually quite a few times. But I'm not of the opinion that Harry Maguire is an abysmal defender, but I don't think he's a defender for Manchester United. And I think we should sell him in the summer. We should get good money for him. I think he's shown himself to be a decent player. And maybe in a different system next year, it would work better than that. I'd rather cut ties with Maguire and just invest and move on. That's what I would like to do with Harry Maguire. Martinez. Now, if you'd asked me this last season, in fact, no, sod that. I'm still definitely putting him down here as here in 2 years' time. My fear is what happens with Martinez after this latest setback. This is an injury. The first one was a metatarsal and the rehab and the relapse of the metatarsal. Not a problem. This one here is a knee injury. All his weight has gone on an MCL strain. It's the sort of injuries that can change players, but I think he'll be here in 2 years' time. I think so anyway. Malacia, I mean, maybe. I can't put it down as a sort of categorical no, but I've got no idea. The same way. He hasn't played all season. You can't have any confidence that he is going to be a United player in 2 years' time. Rafa Varane. Now, his contract, we go over here, right? His contract expires this summer. United do have the chance to extend it. We go up here, right? We do have the chance to extend it by 1 more. Oh, look, Tom Heaton's contract expires. Well, he's definitely leaving anyway. Anyway, Rafa Varane's got 1 year, no years left on his contract, but United could, in theory, extend it. But we don't want to. If he does stay, it will probably be on reduced wages. In my opinion, Rafa Varane leaves. And look at that. That's 3 centre-backs I've got down here already. Man, the squad overhaul is going to be a madness. I don't think Varane will be here in 2 years' time. Diogo Dalot, if you'd asked me this like maybe even 6 months ago, I can't put him down as a definite just yet. Personal opinion. Personal opinion. I think he's massively improved this year, but I still think there's more needed from Dalot, and there's, well, you could say that about everybody. But I think I got it actually wrong. Because I spoke about Dalot. I'll go back and speak about Luke Shaw in a little bit. But I spoke about Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, and I said that I would probably rather keep Wan-Bissaka ahead of the two. I think I've actually shifted on that now. I think there's more chance of Dalot being here in 2026 than there is for Wan-Bissaka. Now, you might disagree with that, but that's just my opinion. Luke Shaw. Ooh. I'm going to have to put it down as a maybe. A maybe Virgin. A maybe Virgin or no? A maybe. Shaw's a definite maybe. He's in, mate. He's injury problems. They come back again. He can't rely on it. And he's getting towards that age. How old is he now? Luke Shaw, his contract expires. Let's have a quick look. 2027. When this contract expires, he'll be 31. I think he'll be here in 2026. Maybe. I don't think he'll be here that much longer after that. So you can see, so far, I've gone through, what, 11 players, and there's one in Martinez who I would say definitely is going to be here in 2 years' time. My God, the overhaul in this squad is going to be absolutely insane. Brandon Williams, nope, no chance. Next, move on. Johnny Evans, nope, not in 2 years' time. Johnny Evans might actually get a 1-year contract extension, you know. I really think he might. He won't be here in 2026, though. Alvaro Fernandez, as it stands, Man United don't want him. Eric Ten Hag doesn't want him. We'll sell him. Maybe he gets bought back. It's a possibility, but I don't think he'll be here. Willy Cambuela. Would I say definitely? I'd probably say maybe, because I mean, as it stands, he's broken through into the first-team environment, but he's not a first-team player or a first-team regular. So I think Cambuela you're even got to put down as a maybe. Amrabat. The Amrabat one, I definitely think I'm going to put that down as one of my bad takes. I know that he was the right profile of signing, but Amrabat, I don't think he was. Well, I still think he can help towards the end of the season, but mate, Ten Hag is just not playing him whatsoever at all. Amrabat's just on the bench, not getting used, which kind of tells you everything you need to know. Mason Mount, now, I think he'll definitely be here in 2 years' time. Which you might say is a strange thing for me to put down, considering he has not kicked the ball really for United in this first season. I don't think United will get rid of him this summer. And I like to think that he will impact United in the way that will make him I don't think he'll ever be anything more than a squad player, but I think as far as a squad player goes, I think Mason Mount, I would say he'll be here in 2 years' time. Now, you might disagree with that. Now, Bruno Fernandes has had a bit of a stinker recently. I'll be honest. He's not quite at his levels. But I think he'll be here in 2 years' time. I originally was going to do this video as to players I think will be here in 2027, and I'll be honest, there was like maybe 2 or 3 on that definite list. It was very, very hard to choose. I think Bruno needs to up his levels, man, but I think he'll be here in 2 years' time. Christian Eriksen, well, we know, was his contract expire this summer? Let's have a quick look. Christian Eriksen, no, his contract expires next summer. I don't know whether he'll be moved on this summer. I think there's going to be a lot going on, so we might get 1 more year, but I don't think Eriksen will be here in 2 years' time. Ahmad. I mean, oh, wrong one. Can you say with any real confidence that you think Ahmad's going to be here? I'm not sure you can. Even if you want him to, I'm not sure you can say that with a massive amount of confidence, so I've got to put it down as a maybe. Casemiro. I think everybody knows my opinion on this now. And it's not because I hate Casemiro. It's just I don't think, well, at that age that he is, when does his contract expire? Man, how long a contract did we give him? His contract doesn't expire till 2026. He'll be 34 by the time that expires. But I think this is going to be the summer where Saudi come in, make a decent offer, we accept, we move on, we reinvest. I think Casemiro will leave this summer. Just my personal opinion. Now, Pellistri, I think it's kind of being seen as, well, there's enough evidence to now suggest that he doesn't have a future at Manchester United. I think he'll be sold. Could he be rebought in the future? Potentially, maybe. But you can see right now, right? We are, what, halfway through doing this? Just over halfway. You see how many players I've got on this no list? Can you see how much of a shift is needed inside this squad over the next couple of transfer windows? It's balmy. It really is balmy. You can see why why I've made the no, the space for the no column a little bit bigger, because there's just so many bloody players who go on that list. Well, finally, we've got a player down here in Kobbie Mainoo who we can just confidently go, yeah, you know what? You're definitely going to be here, lad. There aren't many. I've got 4 on there so far that I would probably say with confidence I think are going to be at our club in 2 summers' time. That's wild. That really is. McTominay, that's a really interesting one. I'm probably going to go Scott down as a maybe. I think he's been so influential off the bench for United this season as a squad player used correctly, like Fellaini. I'm kind of verging towards saying no, but I'm going to put him down as a maybe. Dan Gore, on loan at Port Vale right now. Depends how he does over on that loan spell as to whether or not he stays. I'm going to put him down as a maybe, right? Hannibal, no. No chance Hannibal's here in 2 years' time, in my opinion anyway. Now, you might disagree with that. He's gone out on loan to Sevilla and he's kind of doing the same thing that he's always done. Like he's not mature. I thought he matured when he broke through into Tunisia's first team, but he's going there, he's getting yellow cards left, right, and centre. He's being reckless. It's just like, they only go so far, Hannibal, man. You have to develop and you have to mature. Well, my God, I can't believe it's taken me this long to be able to say this with confidence, but at least we know Martial's leaving in the summer. End of that conversation. Rashford. No, this is a big one. This is definitely an interesting one. My opinion, I'm putting it down as a maybe. I personally feel this summer you're going to see PSG come in big for Marcus Rashford. It's whether or not United are willing, A, whether they offer enough, or B, whether United are willing to sell Rashford. Because there might be a situation this summer where we get a big offer from PSG and we then decide to take that Rashford money and reinvest it. I think it's a possibility. I wouldn't rule it out. Just a personal opinion. No, you might disagree, but it's just a personal opinion. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put these 2 together. Højlund and Garnacho. Oh, that's Cambola. At least you can say some things with confidence, man. We really have got so much work to do to build this squad, right? Does this not show you that? I don't think I'm being unreasonable. I don't think I'm being outrageous. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, I would say, with definite confidence that will be here in 2 years' time. And there's another player I'm probably going to say with confidence that won't be here. Anthony is going to go down as probably Ten Hag's biggest mistake. I think the amount of money we pay for him, the amount he pushed for him, and just the lack of growth that there has been from Anthony and all the off-the-pitch problems, which I suppose you can't really take into account, but I don't know. Anthony, waste of space, waste of time. Sancho, waste of space, waste of time. Anthony and Sancho's 150 mil of wingers right there. It's ridiculous how much money this club has wasted. Sure, Tire. I mean, you could put him down as a no, but you never know. Sure, Tire. Hey, he was one of the players when he came through the academy, and he kind of broke through. I think he was just over. Was he 16 when he made his first team debut? I think he broke through so young. People have kind of forgotten about him. I'm going to put him down as a maybe, but probably more likely to be a no. And Mason Greenwood. For some of you, this is still a bit of a debate. I'm not one of those people. Mason Greenwood, no. Mason Greenwood's gone. So you can see from this list here, right? This is what I've gone for. There are 6 players I personally say with confidence will be part of Manchester United's squad in 2 years' time. In 2026. Martinez, Mount, Bruno, Mainoo, Højlund and Garnacho. And I'll be honest, there's a question around Mason Mount depending on how next season goes. There's a question around Martinez depending on his fitness. And there is a question around Bruno depending on where you sit with Bruno. I know he kind of divides United fans, but for me personally, he's the best signing we made post Fergie. And I still would build a midfield around making sure that he can just operate as that creative midfielder. Just allow him to flourish in that role and build the midfield behind him that covers all the space. There's only 3 players I'll say with complete confidence will definitely be here in 3 years' time. Mainoo, Højlund and Garnacho. And at some point, Garnacho is going to want to go to Real Madrid. That's how much of an overhaul we've got coming. Do you know how crazy that is? How many people have got on a no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 players leaving in the next 2 summer transfer windows. That's not really likely. You've got, in terms of contracts expiring, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts expiring. So that'll be 5 players leaving on a free transfer. What about the summer after? Well, look, you've got Wan-Bissaka, Scott McTominay, Lindelof, Maguire, Diallo, Eriksen, Cambuala, Hannibal. Boy, oh boy, do we have an overhaul coming. But that's my list. Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Plenty in the maybes that could shift towards the definites, depending on what happens next season. And not all you're going to agree with. But hey, that's why we do these lists. I think it's going to be an engaging video. And it's kind of a video that I wanted to do for a long time. You let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, and if you can, make sure you subscribe.